welcome back to another evening of cooking at home, a high protein dinner that is quick and simple for you to make in under an hour for sure, but one that is going to hit the fitness goals that you're looking for. So tonight we are making high protein peri peri chicken pasta. And I'm gonna do and mix up a little bit of things, try to stick to about 500 calories. But this is a main dinner, which I think is a really, really good payoff for the amount of calories and the amount of protein we're gonna get in it. Before I jump into cooking, let me explain why I'm talking about high protein. For me, high protein is all about being able to ensure that the muscle mass that I gain through my strength training is going to stay. And if I lose fat, I'm not going to lose muscles. And I promise you, your girl is getting snatched. So over the last 6 weeks, this will be the end of 6 weeks, I've lost 10 pounds and I am putting it all, or not all, but I'm putting 70% of it on the nutrition and focusing on high protein and not a lot of calories. I'm not hungry. I don't feel like this is a fad. I feel like this is a lifestyle. And I'm able to do what I want to do, eat what I want to eat with some limitations, but those limitations do not come with taste. Yo, boy Coco, hello, hello, hello. Jumping on here for our high protein peri peri chicken tonight. So let's jump into the meal. We are going to need our chicken. But as I have said to you over and over again, we are not going to sacrifice flavor for the fit, okay? As I said, I have lost, your girl is eating it up. And I'm loving the transformation. I'm loving how things are coming along. And of course, I still love to eat. I am from the Caribbean. And so for me, food gotta be tasty. The food has to be seasoned. The food have to come with the, yes, I love this. And when I first started on this journey, definitely looking for to change some of my eating habits. And I, saw a lot of recipes that really call for some boring chicken breasts. And let me explain why we cannot have chicken breasts every night of the week. I can't do it, won't do it, ain't happening. So on this channel, I'm getting you all together. So we come on here in the evenings, right as I get home from work, right as I get back from the supermarket, and we chef it up. We chef up an amazing meal so that one, I could feel I could feel it. My family can love it. And at the same time, lose the weight that I'm trying to lose. So right now I have 10 pounds left that I want to shed before the end of the year. And I think it's going to happen way before that because the pounds are coming off, baby. The pounds are like, they're coming off. But as I said, one of the biggest reasons that's happening, I kid you not, is what I'm eating. And if you don't want to change what you're eating, I don't know. I don't think that it would happen, that I can have all of this happen with just exercising. And yes, I am exercising. I'm going to the gym 5 days a week, but baby, nobody can tell me nothing right now because I went to my old job today and I've only been gone, since June. And everyone was like, oh my God, you look amazing. I see it. I'm not there yet. I promise you I'm not there yet. But baby, the fact that it's noticeable, got me more pumped. So let's jump into this meal because who wants to eat boring food? I don't care what they say. Healthy food does not have to be boring. The food that's good for the body does not have to be boring. And if you're from the Caribbean, you just be like, I'd rather be fat. So Alex the Craze, Bastol, Yo Boy Coco, welcome. Good night. Hello. You're here early with us today. We're doing, if you're helping me out with my calories and protein count, we are doing high protein peri peri chicken pasta. So I'm going to use chicken breast tonight because I want that high protein that I'm going to get from chicken breast. So we're going to cut this out. But here's something. Chicken breast could be about as boring and mundane as they come. Like, oh my God. Like, oh. And the different menu recipes that I've seen, I'm like, man, you know, like if this is what we're gonna have to do, we're just not gonna eat. Like I'm not joking with that. So what I'm gonna do, this is a big piece, okay? I am going to slice this down because I don't like it so thick, and I don't have my masher, my pounder. I don't know where it is. So we're just gonna improvise here. And basically what I'm gonna do before I rinse the chicken, and what you saw me take off is just some little extra trimmings of fat. And I'm just gonna cut it in half, okay? So you see that? I mean, they still pretty thick, but we're gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna have to just deal with it. And I'm just gonna take off any extra fat that didn't make the first cut. Technically, if I wanted to do, I could probably go through this again, but your girl's tired. Today was a day. I'm tired. So I'm just gonna cut it in half, and then maybe if I could find my pounder, or maybe I'll just have to improvise, use a bottle or something. Because I don't like, I mean, chicken breast, like, ugh, it's definitely not one of my most favorite piece, but I gotta always do extra to it. You know, it's just not a piece that I want to throw some salt and pepper. And if you've been following me on this channel, y'all know how I feel about seasoning my food. Okay? Salt and pepper by itself, ma'am, sir, let's get this together. Okay? We have seasonings for a reason. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's a family of 4. I have 2 teenagers who I have to beg to eat, so that's theirs. My husband, myself, I'm only gonna need 1, and then a little extra piece. So I'm not gonna cut all, I'm just gonna do those, okay? Let's not be greedy. We have a lot of food still left over from over the week, so this will be enough for tonight. I'm just gonna rinse this, and then we're gonna go into our seasoning. So we're making peri peri chicken pasta tonight, okay? Let me know in the comments if you ever had a peri peri, because that is definitely one of those, you know, sauces that's definitely, it got some spices in it. But I'm gonna do it the lazy way tonight, because why? We're in the middle of the week. Why? We're not having guests in company. Why? Because I said so. Why? Because it's in the middle of the week and nobody got time to be Martha Stewart right now. Okay, so I'm going to grab a paper towel. You've seen me do this 101 times, but it's because I'm trying to get some of this excess liquid off of the chicken after you rinse it under the water. And I'm gonna leave them, I'm actually gonna leave it on the cutting board because I wanna, I'm trying to think about this, if to season in the bowl or to season on the cutting board. We'll see. Because we want to make sure it's super coated. Because I'm doing this right after work, just got to go with the fact that I did not get to marinate this the way it should be. I'm always giving you the right after work recipe. And then if you like it, you make it in advance. Because when you make it in advance, one, you save yourself a bunch of time, but the flavorings would be so much better. Last night's, can I just reminisce on last night's meal, which was our Moroccan steak pita? Everybody in the house tore that up. I went upstairs after, and my husband was like, damn, you ready to open up a truck? I was like, you know what? Don't tease me. Don't tease me with a good time here. Okay, so we have all of the chicken. I think I'm gonna season it on here. So I'm gonna push this back so you guys can see. I'm not trying to hide nothing from anyone. So you know, this is real-time cooking, okay? This is not YouTube speed up fix it, edit it, cooking. So I'm gonna make mistakes along the way. It's all good. I'm just gonna look at this, the comments. Wi-Fi. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Onisha, thank you for jumping in. Yara Viera sounds like curry chicken, which is delicious. It's actually not curry, but it's peri peri chicken. It's a little different. Peri peri chicken, pasta, protein pasta we're gonna use tonight. Hey, just want to say I had a really good time last night. My fingers still sting. I have no kind of. Oh, somebody took over Chris Hansen's name. That sucks. I like that guy. And just be spontaneous. Go with your heart. Yada. That's how we do it, right? Because we're in the kitchen right now. Okay. So we're going to need some seasonings, of course. And one that I had to actually pick up today was my peri peri chicken. Now, can you make this from scratch? Ma'am, yes, you can. But I'm going to make a little extra with it because everything about me is extra. So I'm going to grab some oregano leaves, the dried ones, some dried oregano. I'm going to also grab some garlic powder, salt and pepper, salt and black pepper. And so here's where you're going to grab some garlic powder. See, I'm almost done to that. So I picked up some more today. Oregano, peri peri, that kind of already comes with everything in here. Let me show you, 0 calories. I stop on this. Let's anchor down, like they would say in the military. If you didn't know, I'm in the military. I'm gonna anchor down on this. Seasonings do not add calories. So season your chicken. So 0 calories on here. We're gonna go with that. Now, the reason I didn't get the peri peri sauce, because obviously that one's going to have the calories. And I'm trying to cut down on the calories for this meal. So I went with the dry seasoning. Now, I have not tried this one by Morton and Bassett. So we're going to have to see how this works, okay? I'm going to get a little bowl because I kind of want to mix my stuff first and then put it in there. We also want to get some, although it already have, I want to get some, where are you? I want to get some paprika, some smoked paprika. But I'm not seeing it, so we may just have to go with what is already there. Did I pull it already? No, I did not. So if you want to see what I'm doing, I'm over here in my spice. This is my spice closet over there. Spice is all the way to the top. Please invest in it. Nothing could be worse than having unseasoned food. I don't care what diet we're running. To season your stuff, okay? All right. Found the paprika. So here we go. Your dish will be 47 grams protein, 463 calories. Damn, under 500, guys, under 500. I should sell this. Okay, here we go. Let me stop playing around. I have these. I'm gonna mix this together. I'm gonna taste the peri peri because, oh no, does it have salt in it? So this one contains red pepper, paprika, smoked paprika, coriander, ginger, cardamom, garlic, lemon peel, onion, oregano, and lemon oil. So that's good, right? No salt. And you always want to check that because you don't want to over season your food. And when I say over season, we're just talking salt. I do not believe you can over season food. Sorry. Either season or it's not. Now, peri peri is hot, okay? And you can see in here, they got the red pepper flakes all up in there. So just understand that we're talking about a hot, and that's why that's why I wanted to put some of this in here and then kind of stop the other piece. Well, not stop the other piece, but stop some of the heat by trying to add some other things in there because my kids will definitely be annoyed about how much salt, how much pepper is in here. So I'm adding a lot of garlic powder, and basically some of the stuff that is already in this one, but just kind of drowning out the red pepper. Okay, this is smoked paprika. Just gonna get that all in there. I'm gonna get some salt because the Perri Perri, this does not have salt in it, which is this is really good actually. But notice it has red pepper is the first ingredient. Normally when you do any type of ingredients, either in food or even in skincare, the first ingredient is what they have the most of. So that's why when you look at a lot of these prepared spices, they have salt first, and that means it's gonna have the most amount of salt in there. So it's normally why I try to make my own blends rather than rely on them for their blends. And what you see me doing is just adding some, that was the salt, and then I'm gonna add some black pepper. Okay. And I'm gonna leave these here because we're gonna have to get all of that. Here it is. I'm gonna mix that in there. Okay. There we go. And now it's time to get onto our chicken. What I'm gonna do to make what I always do, my little trick is to make my seasoning stick a little better to the chicken or whatever I'm seasoning. It's a little bit of olive oil first, not much, right? We're not frying it. Calm down, because we're adding, this is protein, calories I'm adding, but it does help the seasoning stick better, I find. Some people would say no, but that's a good thing about cooking your own food. You could do it how you want to, and you could believe what you want to. And so you want to make sure your chicken is getting that color. If it's not colored, if it doesn't change color, you are not seasoning it enough. That's the rule of thumb. So for those who don't cook that much and they're like, I don't even know when she says seasoned chicken, what she mean. The first thing is, it's not salt and pepper alone. And the second thing is, the meat got to get a color to it. Something got to change. And since we're doing Perri Perri chicken, as I said, it's a little spicy dish. If you don't want to do it, and I'm about to sneeze. Okay. If you do not want to do it as spicy, then you just make the Perri Perri seasoning and lower the amount of red pepper. Oh, it's too much. Lower the amount of red pepper flakes that you put on there, and so that you can kind of control the heat. But Perri Perri, in general, is going to be hot. Okay? It is a hot tamale dish. It's a Peruvian dish, really. And they go hard on the pepper. I remember having it in a restaurant once, and I was like, oh, y'all did not warn me. I mean, it was seasoned, but I was like, did y'all just season this with pepper? Was the seasoning pepper? I don't taste nothing else but pepper. Okay, so look how beautiful those are. See? Color. I'm trying to tell y'all, color. Use this to pat in. Use the chicken to pat it like a cloth. Whatever it does to get everything in there nice in. And now, if you do this in advance, this is a really good meal prep one. Really good one. You put it in on Sunday, you just get your seasonings, you put them together, and you put it in a baggie, and then you're good to go. And that's all we have here, okay? So let me let that sit for a little bit, and then we're gonna go on to the second part of this dish. Rinse my hand. And I wanna talk a little bit of what else is gonna make this high protein, baby. And that's this protein penne pasta. Okay, so I think if you've watched me long enough, 2 weeks ago, I made another dish with pasta. It was the Cajun chicken pasta. Y'all remember that? Yeah, high protein, high protein. And we used a different, I can't even remember the name of that pasta. It was really good. I'm gonna try this one because somebody kept asking me about, hey, have you tried the protein penne pasta from Barilla? And I was like, I have not, but I will. So tonight we're gonna try this one, okay? And so give you some nutrition facts because that's why you're here, for the nutrition and the show. But we have 190 calories. And let me see, this is the 14.5 ounce box. So for serving size is about 2 ounces. And for that serving size of 2 ounces is 190 calories and then 10 grams of protein. So not bad, not bad. Not bad. I'll give them that. Carbs are going to be high, of course. It's pasta. It's 38 grams of in a protein, 38 grams. You need your carbs anyway because that's how you're going to get the energy to do what you need to do. So we're going to put this on. It's the same situation like you would do for any other pasta. You put a big bucket. You get a big pot. You add water. You put it on the fire. I don't want to hear anyone in here. Everyone here can make pasta. And now to make it a little nicer, we're making peri peri chicken, creamy peri peri chicken pasta. And so this is about to go down. And so what I'm doing is just adding the water because I want my chicken and my pasta to kind of end the cooking at the same time. Because, ooh, it's going down. Okay, Onisha, hey, welcome. Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness. Thank you so much for joining. Luke Cardi, you think it looks too spicy? Dang. Your dish will have 47 grams of protein, 463 calories. I mean, as I said, it's going to be a spicy one, but we could taper it with certain things. We're gonna work on the sauce. So don't worry too much. We can work on the sauce and get some of that spiciness going out of here. So what I'm doing is adding my pot. And what I like to do is season the water when I make pasta. A nice heavy, nice amount of salt in there to season it. No oil. Do not put olive oil. I know we used to do that back in the day. You put olive oil so it won't stick. Don't do that. Just season it with some good salt. I use sea salt, and that's it. And let that come to a boil. And then you can go ahead and add your, what's the thing called? Your pasta. Okay? So tonight, the Barilla, not sponsored yet. One day, if somebody on Barilla is watching, sponsor your girl. But anyway, no, we're gonna try this one tonight because I've tried others and I've liked them. And one of the things I'm looking for is that they're not gritty. Okay, that's the biggest thing. I don't like gritty pasta because why? It's like having unseasoned chicken. Why would we do that? Why would we waste our time? Okay, now it's time to cook the chicken. I would say the best thing to have a good cast iron, a good one. Now I got this at the thrift store. Okay, I got this like, I don't know, like maybe 5-6 years ago. It was like $7, I remember, in Annapolis. Heavy as hell. Can do your workout in this. You know, I don't have dumbbells, you can do this. But get one of these. If you haven't checked them out at a thrift store, like go to the back of the thrift store. They always have a bunch of these things there. So I'm gonna use this tonight. Normally, if you want to grill it, you can do that as well. Do what feels best for you. But this is what I'm doing tonight. Now, I'm gonna move you closer. I'm gonna hope my internet does not lose you because lately that has been a thing. So we're gonna bring you closer to the pots so that you can really see and get into it, you know? I want your mouth to water just like mine. So let me hope that you don't go. Bastian Judd, you could beat the crap out of somebody with that. Yes, you. Yes, you damn well can. Aiden, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much. What are you guys up to? Who has cooked and who has eaten? Who is not ready to eat? Who's just watching this and saying, I wish you could just cook it for me and send it to my house? And who's going to actually make one of these dishes? So I'm putting that on here. If you're incorporating a salad, include kiwi, pineapple, or papaya in your salad to help absorption and breakdown of protein in your body. Let me see. I don't have any of those. I have watermelon. Will the watermelon help me? Because I do have watermelon and I have avocado. Will any of those help? Because I could incorporate a salad, which I should probably do. Okay. We're going to... Looks like you guys are still with me, praying. This is heating up. This is a really big pan, which I love because then I can, I hate cooking in batches. Like, you put the thing in and now you got to wait for another set. It's just annoying to me. So I'm excited that this is definitely one that I could put a lot of pieces in there before having to do a second batch, okay? All right, we're going to get that in here, and then I'm going to get some olive oil going. Hopefully you can see. Get some olive oil going in there. Don't go crazy. We're not frying. We're sauteing, okay? Don't go crazy on it. If you're in Corvette lover, love the name. Welcome. Okay. So what we're making, if you're joining or you're just passing through and you're like, what is happening over there? I am making a high protein peri peri chicken pasta. And so far, our Damien Khan, one of the moderators, have given us the breakdown of what that would include, that dish. 47 grams of protein, which is crazy, and 463 calories, which means that our protein is actually, per calorie is a good count. 46 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat. So we're on the right path. I am doing this because your girl wants to lose weight. Do I need to lose a lot? No. Actually, when I started out, I did. My goal was 20 pounds. I'm down 10 pounds as today, and that's about 6 weeks. I incorporate 5 days of strength training, and each of those days I still have, I'm still doing some cardio. But I say all this to say, it's really, a lot of people who haven't seen me in the last 6 weeks, when they saw me today, were like, girl, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? And I was just like, you're not watching the show. You're not watching the show, because I will swear, like, I don't care what comes down. God could come down and say, no, it's not the meals. I'm like, no, God, it's the meals. It is absolutely the meals, because ain't no way I lost all this pounds that quickly. Muscle, definition, everything is coming. I'm actually going to use it over there. Everything is coming to peak. So it is absolutely the meals. Okay. So I'm going to put these, I think I'm going to be able to fit them all in here, which is going to be one pot. Yes. Let me put that over there like that. There we go. Look at that. The meal in one pot. Love it. All right. And so I have this on a low, I'm going to keep this on medium for a little bit. And that is going, smells. Watermelon has an amino acid called citrulline, This is known to elevate the nitric oxide levels in your body during intense workout sessions. Is that a good or bad thing? Let me know. Let me know. I have a question for you. For a football player, how much protein a day should I be putting in? And so watermelon can be used as well. I am not in Florida. I am in San Diego. That's why we're eating at this time, because I know some people come on here and be like, you're cooking so late. I'm like, well, it's dinner time here, because I'm on the West Coast. Okay, while that is going, I want to make my cream, because I'm not going to be using heavy cream. I know y'all thought so. I know you thought so. But we're not going to be using heavy cream, right? Because we're trying to have a high protein, low calorie dinner. And so heavy cream is just going to, it's mostly fat, and the calories will shoot up immediately if we try that path. So what we're going to do, how are you going to do this? All right. And so your girl's going to do a little bit of a cheat tonight. We're just going to do a little bit of cheat. I am stepping out to the second fridge because I need, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I need to cut up some veggies. So let's get that going. Put this back away. Come on. I forgot I needed my veggies for this dish. So I'm going to get another cutting board, because this one has, raw chicken. Don't want to kill the family or get anybody sick. I'm going to wash my knife that was cutting the chicken. And this knife is the only knife I used lately. A few weeks ago, I unboxed it. Okay. And this is a knife that I got when I was in Japan. Got it for my birthday. And I don't think I have gone back since to using any of the other knives. They're like stepkids now. Like, I need to get it out. I know I don't use it. But this thing is just the bomb. So I'm just going to flip the chicken. Don't want it to overcook. Okay. All right. So what we're doing now, we just need to cut up some veggies. So you're going to need an onion. And if you have some red peppers, that would be key. Okay? And watch this knife work like I'm supposed to be in somebody's chef kitchen. Like boom, boom. Okay? Get rid of the seeds. I've never cooked pasta in that cast iron skillet, so it's going to be interesting if I'm going to keep it in there. We'll see. All right. Look how that thing cuts across like, I say this every night. Butter. But look how quick that was, right? I could see why chefs be like, I'll bring my own knife. Because I don't think I could go back to cooking with any other knife. Like, I'm like, this thing is like, it just cuts through. Like, I love it. It's precise. Wherever the tip is, that's what's happening. And it's quick. I feel like, I don't have a sous chef here doing all my cutting up and stuff for me. I told someone I had a YouTube channel, cooking. And they're like, oh, who does all the cutting up and preparing for you? I was like, girl, what do you think this is? What? She's like, oh, I thought someone would be doing. I was like, no, I'm doing it all live. Cutting myself half the time, whatever. burning my food sometimes. You know, it's all that, you know. That's what happens. That's what happens sometimes when you're in your own house, right? This is not the videos where I can edit it out and be like, ah, I didn't see that. Y'all see everything. Y'all see everything. And so I'm just gonna cut this. Okay, so some onions here. And then we can go ahead and start making our sauce. Because hopefully by the time sauce finishes, let's check on the chicken. All right. All right, chicken is coming together beautifully. See how juicy that one looks and dry this one looks? My stove definitely has an uneven, yeah. There we go. Okay. Doesn't look like they're all there yet. Lower the heat a little bit. And then we're gonna go back here. Okay, so what we have here is I'm just gonna try to get all that onion in there. So what we have here is just some onions and red pepper, okay? And then I'm just gonna get a little bit of garlic. Because kid, you have pasta without garlic. I do not. I don't think so. Just comes as part of the thing, right? Garlic just comes in as a part of it. So what I'm gonna do is a couple of eggs. And we're gonna crush those. And crush this. I know if you're watching this, you're like, damn, I don't have the patience. But I tell you, these things, you know, it's just a little bit of consistency. And once you start seeing, you know, like you could make these meals very quickly. And if you don't want to do them every night like I do, and the reason I do it like that is because I like different foods. I just can't eat the same thing, you know, like all week. It's like, oh gosh, I feel like life is too short, you know, to just be eating the same thing. I have friends who have the same meal on rotation. They're like, Mondays is this, Tuesdays is that. I'm like, oh my God, why are we doing that? But I really think it's because, you know, people really just don't know, like, there's simple ways to make good food really quickly, you know? And hopefully as you watch me, as you follow me, talking about follow, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, would absolutely love a subscribe. If you haven't given a like, you know, let YouTube know, like, hey, you gotta check out that channel, YouTube algorithm. Let her cook, literally and figuratively. But would love if you would, love if you do that for me. Okay, I think that chicken is done. So I'm gonna get a plate and we're gonna set it on the side for now. Okay, let's take you over to the drama. Yes, yes. All right, I do want to check. So there's nothing worse than You cut into that later, and there's a big white piece of raw chicken sitting on there. So if it, you see how that clear liquid is coming out? Ooh, that's perfect, okay? That's what you want. Clear liquid, this one looks like it's ready. See, that's pink liquid, so that is not done. And I don't have a thermometer, so I'm doing it the old school way. I'm gonna go in here again. Let's make sure. Clear liquid, okay? So leave it to cook a little more. I just don't want it to leave everything else because they look like they're still struggling. This guy definitely like, probably put this to the meat side. Because if you do not see clear liquid or any tint, or if you still see tints of pink, it is not ready for consumption. It's going to go back again anyway in the pot, but I still want it to be very, very cooked in this process. Okay. All right, while that's doing, let's get a salad going because my pot and my pasta is not ready anyway. So I can put this stuff to the side. And we're gonna put this here. Now, last night I made Moroccan steak and I made a salsa to get. Using cardamoms for backsplatter is not a good idea. Huh? Those are decoration. We don't use those at all. But what would be the not a good idea? Marquez, welcome. Thank you so much. Jacqueline, hey, hey, hey. Hope you are enjoying the live. I have to wake up at 5:51. Yo, boy, good luck with practice. Thank you so much. Bye-bye if I did not say anything before. But could someone tell me why the backsplash is not a good idea? Like, would it... I've had these for like 5 years there, by the way. So, no, not 5 years, 4 years. But can you tell me why it would not be a good idea? All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make a quick little salad. Okay, I'm gonna get some lettuce. And you can have this as a part of you as well. So we're gonna have some lettuce. And you're gonna get some meat here. This is a great way to use over leftovers, right? Because sometimes we cook and there's just so much left. I have here a salsa that I made last night with tomatoes. Last night I also have some lentil peas and I have some romaine parts. So why not make a quick salad out of that, you know? So we are not wasting anything. All right, let's get a bowl. And it's not gonna be a big salad because we're gonna have a nice meal already. So this is what we're gonna do. Gotta wash. I'm gonna take out this amount. I'm not gonna do the last piece because I'm adding so much extra stuff to it. So Damien, if you're here still, adding the lentil peas along with the salad, how much more protein do I get? You gotta wash your things. So I'm just gonna take them out so that I can rinse them before I cut them up. And I can also put them in a towel so some of that water. Because the worst thing the worst thing is the salads with it's soggy. Oh my gosh. Like, come on. And I do have a salad spinner, but I got time for all that. So we're going to just do things the old-fashioned way. Let me grab my chicken, because now I definitely think he's ready to go. I'm going to test it. Yes, yes, and okay. All right, chicken is good to go. So when you see this, chicken is good to go. And see how it's all that juice is coming out here. So we're gonna let that rest for a little bit. But while that is happening, I'm gonna lower the heat again. And we're gonna add a little more olive oil. And there goes a little piece of the chicken that stayed. Good time to taste the heat. Definitely heat. But it's okay. I'm gonna be able to tame it a little bit. And then we're gonna pour our veggies in. So garlic, onion, and the red pepper. Okay. Okay. I'm going to get all the crispiness and all the seasoning that was on the chicken is going to be all in here as well, which is what you want. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to switch the pots because this side is the dominant. Do you have stoves like that where one side of the stove be cooking like amazingly fast and the other side be taking like a simmer side, like it be simmering? So I'm gonna switch over because now I do need this guy to kind of get cooking quicker. All right, but you could still see. That's what we're looking at over there. Gonna lower that heat, turn this up a little bit. It's starting to boil, but I wanted to, once you get that pasta in there for 10 minutes, for it to be going. All right, so what we're doing here is just softening on a low heat we're just softening the veggies, okay? And one thing I did learn in, following a lot of people cooking and stuff like that, season every aspect of the meal. So this portion, I'm gonna season the veggies here. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of build it with some of the things that we normally would have for the peri peri sauce. So I'm gonna add a little bit of smoked paprika. I'm gonna add a little bit of oregano. I'm not gonna use the peri peri sauce seasoning yet because I as I said, I don't want it to be too hot. This is some garlic powder in here, so I'm just seasoning literally our thing. I'm gonna add a little bit of coriander, which would have been what you would have added if you were just making your own peri peri sauce. Okay, and then a little bit of salt. Nothing crazy, but you're just seasoning each layer so that you don't have to then season the whole pot with a lot. And that's how you do that. And as the we call it sweat, as the veggies start to sweat, they let off its own little bit of moisture, and you see it's picked up everything on there. Keeping the stove at a medium, so you don't have to rush it, right? Like, make love to your food. Like, calm down. We know we all want to eat, but we don't have to rush everything. So we're gonna put it on medium and let that little marinate a little bit in here on the heat. Okay? And I want the sweet peppers to get a little soft. I don't want crunchy sweet peppers. It's not a salad. Okay? All right. Going back to what we were talking about, I'm having that marinate just a little bit, and I'm just kind of waiting for some time. Christine, thank you so much for jumping on. Oh, my husband is online. Hey, babe. Okay, so I don't know why I hope I'm not getting sick, like, Lord. All right, so what we're doing now is we're just going to, let me just fix my camera. We are going to rinse the lettuce. And we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way because I'm not in the mood to get the salad spinner. Okay? So we're just gonna do it like that. Rinse, rinse, rinse. And then I'm gonna get a cloth to clean one of these like flour cloth they call them, and try to get as much of the moisture out of it. Because nobody wants soggy lettuce. They lied to you if they said it was good. And so this is giving me some time because right now I think the water is boiling for the lettuce. So I'm gonna go in there in a couple of, not the lettuce, for the pasta. So let me just pour that in there. Okay. And we'll move that around. Remember, you salt your water while the water is boiling and getting ready to boil. Put your salt in there. And we're going to use some of that salted water for our sauce. So it's even more imperative that you do it. Leave this here for a little bit. And now I'm going to make the sauce for that. This is just a cloth that's trying to soak up some of the water for my salad. That's going to come together in no time. Okay. All right. I need 2 ingredients for my sauce. I'm going to use yogurt, whole yogurt. So you have that. You don't always use like a low-fat yogurt or something like that. But this is the one I have, and I need to finish it up. So I'm going to use this guy tonight. Okay. And if you have low-fat milk, go ahead. However, I'm using whole milk because that's what we normally have for the kids. My son, who literally will drink a gallon of milk because he eats so much cereal. So that's what we're doing. All right, this is getting soft over here, which is fine. This is exactly what we want. Keep it on low, but it's not done yet, so just gonna keep that over there. Okay, what you wanna do is get your whole yogurt, get a bowl, some type of mixing bowl. And we're gonna use the yogurt instead of heavy cream, okay? Hello, Susan, thank you for jumping on. We're gonna use the yogurt for the mixing of instead of heavy cream. So that's gonna give us more protein, but less fat, okay? And then because this is a little stiff, I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it. I mean, not water, whole milk. Don't need to add too much, but we're gonna just work with this for now. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna just get that in there. Okay. And you're almost making like, it's not heavy cream, but this is that cream that's gonna cream the pasta, okay? I think I'm gonna need a little more. Make sure my veggies are not burning. Add a little more. Okay. So I'm gonna just add a little more yogurt. I'm using this, so probably I've probably used 2/3 of a cup because I didn't fill this up all the way when I dipped it in. Okay, and then splash of milk. And the milk to me, honestly, is just to loosen the consistency of the yogurt. Okay? And this is what we're going to use to make that cream instead of heavy cream. And so we're going to cut a lot of calories, add a lot of protein. Okay? So you have the protein in the chicken, you have the protein in the pasta, and you're going to have the protein in the sauce. And then you're not going to be adding as much calories because you're not adding the fat on there. Okay, so that's what it looks like. All right, this could go here. I think we're done here. Okay, I think it's time to make that sauce going. One last thing you're going to need for your sauce is some tomato paste. I love this guy. Whenever I use anything that requires, let me put you on this side. Anything I use that requires like a tomato paste, I used to use, obviously, I used to use the cans until I found this one. And so it comes like that. I had as a tube, and then when you're not using it, you can keep it in the fridge. Okay, so what you want to put, you're going to do a little bit here, and so you see your veggies are here, the tomatoes, the red peppers are soft, and so are the onions. And then right in the middle, you're going to get that going, and that's our tomato paste. Okay, and then you just put it back. I do a bad habit with just like doing it like this, but really you should do how you should be doing it for your toothpaste. But I also do a bad habit on wherever I squeeze. Okay, and so what is happening here now is you're going to, maybe a little more actually, and there I do it again. It's all good. All right, so if you're looking for this, it's normally in the section right where the tomato paste would be in your supermarket, and it's muddy, but I like this one the best. It's the acidic taste, but I don't know, I can't explain it. It just has been much better than like the canned ones and stuff like that from those other companies. Not gonna call names, you know, we're gonna have some class about it. And now we're gonna add the tomato paste, the yogurt sauce that we made in here, okay? I'm gonna add all of it and hope I don't have to add more. If I do have to add any more, I might use just milk. And then, there we go. See that color it's taking on from the tomato paste and the smoked paprika and all of that. Look how deep that color is coming. It looks so good. And this is the base of the pasta that we're making here. And the trick to this now is to add some pasta water. And where would one get pasta water? Okay, this is almost done. Actually, is it done yet? No. So you want that starchy water. Probably wait, 1 more minute left there. You want that starchy water in here to kind of build up. And so what I normally do, you're just gonna take a cup, be careful, and you don't want to pour all in at the same time. Okay. And in this case, I'm going to put back in my chicken. And I'm going to taste, actually I should taste it before I put the chicken in, but let's go in anyway. The chicken had a little bit of, see that, all that nice gravy can go right back in there because it's basically all the essences of the chicken that from the Peri Perri seasoning. So it can go all the way in there. And that's how you do it. But I should taste this to make sure it doesn't need anything else. Okay. I'm putting this together like this. Now what I'm gonna do, I could have cut this up in smaller pieces and stuff. Guys, I am tired tonight. Tired. So what I'm gonna do actually, because I messed up a little bit, which is all good. I'm going to pour this out and then get that chicken in here. I might have to cut that chicken up because I don't think it's going to blend well with the, you know, it's too big for me to move around, you know? So what I'm going to do, let me see. I'm going to pour this out. The pasta is done. When I got this thing at I got this at a like a consignment kind of thing. It was like $1 and I was like, why not? Why not? Absolutely love it. Once again, I don't think I really purchased any of my kitchen utensils. Like, well, I purchased them, but I never buy them full price. So I'm just going to empty this really quickly. I will be back. I just have to figure out, because I may have put the chicken in too quickly. So do I take it out and, you know, all that extra jazz I got to worry about. All right. Maybe not. Maybe I could work with it. Well, actually, I might be able to work with this. Just move the chickens to the pieces to the side and try to get the sauce in before, like that. And let me show you how that's coming together. So this is the Perri Perri sauce. Oh my gosh. Look at that little bit of sauce already, what it does to this meal. Like just a little bit of sauce. I haven't even put the full pot in. And it's already doing wonders. Like it's coating nicely. It's sticking nicely. The only thing I mean, this is amazing. Oop. I just have to be careful with the transfer. Who would have thought, right? Look at this. And it's a little, I'm going to season this a little bit because it still had a little tart taste on it. So I'm going to add back a little bit of the Perri Perri seasoning in here. Give it a little bit of spice kick. And then the chicken and stuff can go in here. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that looks so fantastic. All right, before I put the chicken in there, let's get the Perri Perri seasoning in there. Okay. Tell me this doesn't look amazing. We are Giovanna, we are cooking Perri Perri, high protein Perri Perri chicken with and so I probably should cut these up. They're too big. That's not even a look. So I'm gonna put them over here and just using my handy knife, I'm just gonna cut them up because Let's not be lazy about it, okay? Ayana, like nobody wants that. But you guys can see, look at that. That's how we should be serving food. Not this lazy way I was trying to do it. And then honestly, most of the chicken gets coated now because you have more space for the chicken to get coated with the gravy, right? So high protein peri peri chicken. What made this high protein? Well, we used chicken breast, which is definitely going to give you that high protein count off the bat. We used a high protein pasta from the Barilla brand. And then we used, instead of, for our cream, we used a yogurt and some milk mixture to get that cream going. And this is, man, this looks fantastic. I'm going to try to get as much of this sauce over there. If I had used a non-stick pot, I would have been able to transfer the, what am I saying? I would have been able to transfer the pasta to that pot. But by using the, I'm just going to cut it in here. By using this cast iron, I didn't want to bring the chicken over here. So next time I know better. I just wanted the cast iron for the cooking, and I didn't want to pull out another pot. But look at how beautiful this looks. And so, who's ready for dinner? And this is going to feed, I mean, this is such a cheap and an inexpensive meal. Definitely, if we were cooking for, I'm not going to need, I may take some to work for lunch tomorrow, but this is definitely an easy meal. It comes together very quickly and very inexpensive. And that just goes right in there. Chicken is seasoned. The veggies were seasoned. The pasta is seasoned. Did you get what I mean by season your food? Do you get what I mean? Like, healthy food does not have to taste boring. And don't let anybody make you feel like when you're putting seasoning on it, it's not healthy. As I showed you, none of the seasonings going to give you extra calories. Okay? Should I plate this so you can get the full effect of this? Because this is dinner tonight. I'm just going to cut up a little bit of parsley, but we are done. Look at that, how quick that was. That is how quick this is. So, easy. 60 minutes. And that's with me yapping, okay? That is with me. You can add a little pepper stuffed with cheese. That looks ridiculously good. Listen, it is good. I think I'm getting sick. Like, I coughed a few times now, and I'm like, I don't know what this is about. But if I'm down for the next few days, y'all know, y'all could tell when that day when it happened. All right, so I'm bringing it over here because why would I do all of that and not show you what final products look like? Like, why would we do that? So here is our, I'm gonna add a little bit of cilantro here. Just, you know, some garnish and a little burst of flavoring. Elijah, dinner is ready. Are you ready to eat?
Yes.
It's pasta tonight.
I'm so hungry.
Oh. Okay. And so there we are. Some cherry. It looks good, right? My son just walked in. He's like, "Mom, that looks good. That looks good." Where does it look dry? Okay, let's go down with this. How does this look dry? Oh, because it's not like a creamy sauce in there. Oh, okay. I didn't add a lot to make it like sticking in sauce. Ooh, what did I do? Sorry, I didn't add a lot for it to be, you know, in a sauce. So, but I promise you, it's coated. Everything is coated in there. Okay, you like it saucy. Interestingly enough, I don't like a lot of sauce. I want it coated. I'm also trying to check the calories on this, so we're trying to remember we're trying to get into this. So I'm not gonna put a lot of sauce in it, but it's all good. It's all good. You know, everybody have a little different thing. If you want extra sauce, just make a lot more of the mixture. Okay, if you want that extra sauce. For me, I'm just a person that I just want my stuff coated. I don't want to be swimming in sauce. The same reason I don't like I don't like dressing. I don't want a lot of sauce. Just coat it. Don't hide the flavor, coat it, and let's go with that. But tonight we had, this is Perri Perri chicken pasta sauce, and it's probably about, I'm thinking we are probably about 50 plus 50 plus in the proteins. Chicken is the protein. You have the pasta. I threw out the box already, but the pasta is the protein pasta from Barilla, and then the sauce we made with yogurt and with some milk to kind of get that together. But we're gonna always have to do the taste test. And we'll always have to do the taste test with you. I mean, I don't really cook that much food that don't taste good, but sometimes I'll be like, oh. But that's why you taste your food while you're cooking. So I'm gonna go with the taste test here. My son is like, Mom, I'm ready to eat. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna get a piece of chicken. Well, let's do the pasta first, because let's see. It's not too hot, which is good. Because I know my kids will definitely be like, we can't eat this, it's too hot. All right, let's go with the chicken, because that's where most of the Perri Perri sauce was. I mean, flavoring was on. You want to taste it? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. You want this plate? Teenagers like it, then we're go. All right. Well, I'm gonna make a quick salad. You don't need to stick around for that, but it's good.
Bread.
I need to make bread.
Oh, you should have.
There's more bread left over. Here. They love my pita bread that I made from the other night. So you just have to heat it up. Yeah, you can have it with that. They love the pita bread that I make. So they could heat. You don't want to heat it up, Lige?
I am.
Okay, so they'll heat it up and have it with the pasta. Win-win for all. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Please give a thumbs up if you haven't already. And also, if you're scrolling by and you want to see more of this, please go ahead to the channel. Really love when you guys come on and stay with me and keep me company throughout this. I will not be on tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday, and I normally do a happy hour after work on Fridays, but I will be back on Saturday. I think this Saturday what I'm going to be doing are some high protein snacks. I've gotten a lot of questions. Hey, do you ever make like just snacks? Because I got the dinner, I got the breakfast, but I sometimes want to just have a little snack that does wonders for the body still, and I won't feel guilty eating it. So I think Saturday we're gonna do snacks. Let me know, or give me a thumbs up or some hearts if you would like to see that. All right, until next time, see you soon. Stay luxe. Bye.